gentlemen, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Yes. If there was ever a king of the con, it's this next gentleman. And whether you know him for his two-time Emmy-winning role as Denny Crane, or as TJ Hooker, which I'm a fan, that's why the music's playing, or as some captain in space that you may have seen, he is beloved by everyone, Mr. William Shatner.
Hello. I'm not to see. Am I late? Well, am I late? Because scheduling. Somebody's screwing up on the scheduling, and so I'm appearing two places at once, which is science fiction, but not reality. I'm so glad to be here in Knoxville. Last time, I think, maybe not the last time, but I was here some years ago with not a very great experience. Are you aware that Knoxville is big on horses? And people have a lot of horses in the area. And I have a home in Lexington, and a lot of horses there. So there's a lot of traffic and horses between Lexington and Knoxville. And years ago, there was a guy here who had a large barn and a lot of horses going through his barn for sale. And back in Lexington, a veterinarian, a friend of mine who was looking after my horses, said, I just had a newborn baby, a baby who we talked about. It sounds like it's human, but it's all about horses. I just had a new baby horse, and I'd like to bring him out, bring the mare and the horse out for you to see. So out comes this beautiful little baby, and I said, yeah, what do you want for him? And he named the price very low, because the baby was like days old. And I just saw something in that baby. So I said, I'll buy the baby. What's your price? So he was startling and named a very, very low price. So some of the months went by, and this baby got better and better. And now he was worth a great deal of money, but I owned him. So I thought that was fair. I bought the horse. I didn't know it was going to become a great horse. He's now a breeding horse. Right now he's now aged. He's 16 now, and he's making his big mark as a breeding horse. But I didn't know that, and neither did the veterinarian at the time. But the veterinarian, unbeknownst to me, thought I put one over on him, and now he had a grudge. So one day, he says, in Knoxville, there's this guy who has a lot of horses, and he's got a great trotting horse, because I was interested in standard breds as well. They're the trotting horses that you see with a light behind, two wheels and a bike behind. So he said he's got a great trotting horse for sale, and it's a female. You could breed to this great horse. Oh no! He said, I got my own plane. I'll fly you to Knoxville. See that one? That's what I said. I said, wow. So we get in his pool. He's got a plane, and we fly from Lexington to Knoxville to see this mare that is a trotting horse. So we get to the big place, and I'm sure you've seen pictures of horses trotting with a guy in a seat behind them. It's called a bike. So it's tight. So that's what this mare purportedly does. So they bring the mare out, they put the bike behind her, and one of the guys working for the gentleman who owns the place gets in the seat and trots the horse up and down a rather hard surface. Nothing, that's hard on the hoofs. I wonder why he's doing that. And while he's trotting up and down, they're throwing stones on the roof of the building. Oh, God, what are they doing? I mean, you're learning the horse. I said, I can get behind and try the horse out. I tried the horse out. She pulls on me, but raising her legs, she's going up. And it's like a good horse. So the vet says, I'll examine the horse. Because usually those horses start to fail on the rear end because there's so much work. So they get sore on their rear end, they develop calluses, and it hurts them, so they don't do so well. So the veterinarian examines the horse, and he says, this is incredible. This horse, which the Amish had for a while, and they're tough on their horses because they move them around on hard roads, so their horses frequently are lame at an early age. So the veterinarian says, great horse. The rear end is like a young horse. The horse has a very good long bill and worth the price. I said, so I buy the horse. I go back to Lexington, and the horse 2 days later is shipped to Lexington. And she comes off the truck, and my wife and I are there in Lexington. And the mare, and I paid for the mare, and the mare can hardly walk. She lay. And what the veterinarian had done, it said she's not laying, whereas she had been laying. They had injected her. They threw stones on the roof to make her lift her legs. They doped her up so that I would buy her. And I was now sold at a really high price. A horse that was lame. And this veterinarian obviously had gone back at me for buying that baby at such a good price. So, my life is filled with things like that, untold things. And my only defense in my life, and I don't know what you guys do for defensive things when people take advantage of it, I just endure. I'm around longer than they are. So in the intervening time, the veterinarian who's died of the cancer, I think it was, and the guy who ran the horses in Knoxville is long gone. He's no longer around. And the only person who's around is me. Then poor mare that was now laying, I bred her. And I was able to breed her 3 times before she couldn't carry any more babies. And I got 3 beautiful trotting horses from that mare, who gave me 3 lovely children of hers, and we had a good time with those young horses. So just by enduring my event in Knoxville, I wasn't cheated into that.